Good evening to you from La Romareda and a warm welcome to what should be a fascinating night of Spanish Cup semi-final action on ESPN. Zaragoza, who have already sent Atletico and Barcelona packing, are hoping to add Real Madrid to their impressive list of scalps. Hello from me, Derek Ray. Tommy Smith joins me for commentary here on ESPN. Tommy, it's the first leg tonight, the second leg on Tuesday of next week at the Bernabeu. Can Zaragoza spring yet another surprise?
I would be a little bit surprised if they do. I think they've run out of surprises, especially with the way that Real Madrid played on this past weekend. You look at some of the qualifying rounds, and Zaragoza, well, they came up with the goods when they needed them, and you got to give them a lot of credit for being here. But I think maybe the road ends now.
The Real Madrid story so far in the Copa del Rey, and it's a tale of one win after another. They disposed of Athletic Bilbao in the round of 16, and then Real Betis in the last 8. And under Juan Ramon Lopez Caro, they've been playing some marvellous football recently. It's Zaragoza against Real Madrid, the semi-final first leg. Team news and then all the action after the break. It was a devastating display of attacking football by Zaragoza in the quarter-final first leg against Barcelona. The damage was done there. That's a 4-2 win, and Barca tried desperately to bounce back in the return match. Just came up a goal short. Real Madrid standing in the way of Zaragoza now. Well, Cesar used to keep goal for Real Madrid. Now he's the first choice for Zaragoza. Delio Toledo hasn't recovered from the muscle injury that kept him out of Sunday's 4-3 win against Betis, leaving a question mark over the left fullback position.
Well, Ponzio is going to start there. Alvaro, Gabi Milito and Zapatar is going to be on the left. We have a crowded midfield, including Everton and, of course, Milito up front for them.
And Everton is, in fact, the top goal scorer in this season's Copa del Rey, with a grand total of 5. Real Madrid make 4 changes from the side that destroyed Espanyol at the weekend. Cicinho and Woodgate are rested. Mejia and Zidane dropped to the bench. In have come a fit-again Michel Salgado, as well as Ivan Elguera, Sergio Ramos and Julio Baptista.
Oh, what a surprise. Real Madrid putting out probably the best team that the coach figures they have.
This is the scene here at La Romareda in Zaragoza. Real Madrid have made the journey of around 3.5 hours. And it is a fact that Real Madrid are the best team statistically in all of Europe since the turn of the year, since 2006 began. 9 games in all competition they've played. They've won 8 of them. They've drawn just 1 against Villarreal in the Primera. Ronaldo fit again. He was out with that calf injury. Did play against Espanyol at the weekend and found the back of the net in that match. So it's handshakes all round. Our match referee tonight is Alfonso Perez Burul, a 40-year-old sales rep from Santander. Marvellous atmosphere inside the ground. And this will doubtless be a real test of Real Madrid's mettle.
A little bit surprised that Cicinho is not going to see any action tonight. I thought he had a brilliant game for them on the weekend. And, well, obviously the coach feels that Salgado is going to be his right back of the future.
Ivan Elguera, one of the players who didn't get to play in the weekend match against Espanyol. Ronaldo, despite the fact that he was out injured for a few weeks, is still Real Madrid's top goal scorer. He's managed 10 goals in the Primera. Zaragoza have defeated Real Madrid in just 1 cup tie going back over the years. You can see all the games that they've won, but just the 1 actual tie going in their favour. And that was in the famous final of 2004. Victor Munoz there was the manager on that occasion, just a couple of months after taking over at the helm.
3-2 the final of that one. We'd be lucky if we get scores like that this time around. Of course, Real Madrid will feel to have something to prove to Zaragoza. They're trying to prove to the rest of the world that they're good enough to win the Champions League. I think maybe they have given up hope on the La Liga, but it might still be. If Barcelona continue to slip up, Real Madrid could get back into the frame. But I think this is probably their best competition.
Away we go then. They've met in 2 previous cup finals, Zaragoza and Real Madrid, with 1 win apiece. Real Madrid prevailed back in 1993. The last time, incidentally, they lifted the Copa del Rey. Zaragoza, as we mentioned, in 2004, their second cup triumph in the space of 3 years. And Zaragoza have earned a reputation for being cup specialists. So Real Madrid, for all that they've been playing winning football recently, must be on their guard. Early free kick to Zaragoza, taken by Cani, the captain in his 5th season with the club. Gabriel Milito, who holds the defence together. Milito, the Argentinian, his brother Diego in the starting 11 once again for Zaragoza.
I think it's one of the things that we tend to overlook, the fact that Real Madrid have played so well in the Cup over the years. 17 times winners, 17 times losers.
Alvaro's header. Gabriel Milito again. Player who very nearly joined Real Madrid a couple of seasons ago. And Everton trying to use his blistering pace to unsettle Sergio Ramos right at the beginning.
Well, we've seen Everton in a couple of games now put a lot of pressure on defenders. This time Sergio Ramos gets the elbow up, gets good position on him. The crowd felt that maybe Sergio Ramos was fouling Everton, but the referee saw nothing wrong with it. I think it's a case of speed against speed there, because Sergio Ramos can move at a fair clip himself.
Still only 19, Ramos, the former Sevilla player, has moved into central defence in recent matches. He was being used as a midfielder earlier on. Here's Alvaro for Zaragoza. And back to Cesar, playing against so many of his old teammates. Iker Casillas, the Real Madrid keeper, fully admits that he learned an awful lot working with Cesar on the training pitch. Thomas Gravesen. There is David Beckham. One of those swinging passes, just a bit too strong it was for Robinho.
Beckham and Robinho have started to walk out a very, very good understanding, and Robinho loves to swing those passes across, or Beckham loves to swing them across in the direction of Robinho on the far side of the field, and this way they've added an awful lot of width to Real Madrid's game.
7 victories on the trot they've managed, Real Madrid. This magnificent start to the calendar year. Gravesen. Difficult one it was for David Beckham. Now Zapata, who is lining up in the left-back position, the Spanish under-21 international. Delio Toledo ruled out tonight because of a muscular injury.
Oh, I think Zapata's going to have his hands full, because Julio Baptista's moved over and he's playing just in front of David Beckham. And if Salgado goes to come up on that side, there will be a lot of pressure on Zapata.
3 minutes gone. All in all, a fairly low-key start to the semi-final first leg. Roberto Carlos, is it going to be his final season wearing the colours of Real Madrid? Time will tell. Gravesen getting caught out. He's not the quickest player. Let's see if Zaragoza can take advantage. Didn't really fall for Everton in the end.
Gravesen makes a mistake giving the ball away, but really I think that Derek, Zaragoza have to take the game to Real Madrid here. They're playing at home, and I think they need a victory.
Yes, they know how difficult it's going to be next week in the Spanish capital. Everton tried to get on the end of that pass from Oscar Gonzalez, who scored that marvellous goal at the Nou Camp last week. In the league meeting of Real Madrid and Zaragoza back in November. It was Real Madrid who emerged victorious by 1-0. Baptista right at the byline, but no problems for Cesar.
1-0 would be a lovely score here for Real Madrid. They wouldn't mind that.
That's the bench for Zaragoza. Movilla, the birthday boy, 28 today. Sergio Garcia, the former Barcelona player, experienced Aranzábal. And Chus Herrero, who was sent off near the end at the weekend in the 4-3 victory over Betis. That was a bizarre match. They were 4-0 ahead after 22 minutes, Zaragoza. There's the Real Madrid bench. Zidane and Cassano, options for Juan Ramon Lopez Caro.
Well, when you look at it, they've been involved in 2 bizarre matches, one after the other, haven't they?
It's been an interesting little stretch of matches for Zaragoza, there's no doubt about that. Now Guti comes into the move. Thriving as the Real Madrid captain in Raúl's absence. Nothing there for Ronaldo. Alguera just shifting across to stay with Everton. He does have a bit of a roving commission, Everton, the Brazilian. Cani, very cultured player, being watched by Luis Aragonés, the coach of Spain, with the World Cup finals in mind. This is Michel Salgado. Picked up that injury in the cup tie against Athletic Bilbao 4 weeks ago. Robinho. Slight error in judgment by Roberto Carlos. Everton. Bounced off Cani. Trying to put the wind up, Michel Salgado, and does. Everton's got it back here, he's very fleet of foot. And Elguera had to nip across there to plug the gap.
Elguera's the stopper in there. There was no drawing back that time. He was going to come full force, and Everton just looked him in the eye and decided not to go on.
When Everton has any sort of freedom at all inside the penalty area, and it can spell curtains for the opposition. Here's Gravison. A little bit behind David Beckham it was.
Here's that ball inside of the box. A couple of nice moves in here, but watch when the ball comes across. A little bit too hard, he played it, and Helguera got the chance to just blast it out of there.
Referee Alfonso Perez Burul was right on the spot, and Juan Ramon Lopez Caro not too happy with the outcome. That's good play, Oscar Gonzalez, and what a chance for Diego Milito. Well, the flag did go up. It was offside against the Argentinian striker, but the Real Madrid defenders weren't entirely sure for a second.
Yeah, Milito was clearly offside. There's not any question about him being offside, and the flag was very, very slow in going up. I mean, there's a lot of people appealing for it. He missed it anyhow. He hit the post with it. Even if the flag had stayed down, he still missed it.
He's a striker to be taken seriously, Diego Milito. He's the joint 3rd top scorer in the Primera. He's managed 11 league goals.
The thing about him is he plays so well just off Everton. He allows Everton to do the running. He more or less gets out of the way, and he will pick up a lot of the scraps, but he finds himself in the right place to pick up those scraps. Good understanding with Everton.
Michel Salgado. Now David Beckham. Once again, the Zaragoza have Celades, the former Real Madrid player, sitting just in front of the defence. Now Everton and Elguera barring the door. It's Oscar Gonzalez now. Lofting it in and trying to find Cani. Free kick. Big roar of disapproval from the crowd here at La Romareda. The decision against Cani.
I think the referee felt that Cani was pushing off, and here's a good example of it. I think he put a hand into Salgado's back. But once again, that ball through, here's the offside. Wouldn't have made any difference. He missed it. Helguera's done a good job of just getting the ball out of there, getting a touch on it.
There's been a lot of talk in Real Madrid circles about Operation Copa del Rey, as they're calling it. They're taking it very seriously this season. A couple of players at the weekend were rested with this match specifically in mind, the likes of Ramos and Elguera. And Guti getting caught out there in midfield. This is Cani. Oscar Gonzalez, he's a forceful player going forward. And that deflection, but Casillas not encountering any problems.
Yeah, and there was wicked spin on the ball. Gravison and Roberto Carlos were taken to the cleaners.
Game starting to open up a bit more now. 10 minutes gone. Still it's Zaragoza 0, Real Madrid 0. It's the Copa del Rey semi-final first leg on ESPN.
Oh, like I said, Zaragoza is the team that has to make the running here, because Real Madrid will be happy enough just to sit back and maybe get a counter-attack, or if they get a goal, they'd be very, very happy about it. I think Zaragoza need more than a goal.
There's Zapatero. Now Gabriel Milito deciding to give Cesar a touch. Cesar, who spent 5 seasons on the books of Real Madrid. Signed by Zaragoza at the beginning of this campaign on a Bosman. Elguera. Michel Salgado. There wasn't any immediate pressure from the front pair on the Real Madrid back four. Everton and Diego Milito, the 2 front men for Zaragoza. Now Salades tries to organise everything from the centre of midfield, spray those passes around. Diego Milito. Now it's Ponzio, the right back, Argentinian. He wanted the corner, and he's going to get it.
We've seen a couple of Roberto Carlos's efforts at being a defender here, and just seeing how fragile he is about it. He gave up a corner kick that he was trying to shepherd the ball over the byline.
Cani to take it. He's a local boy, Cani. Born and brought up here in the Zaragoza area. Plenty of height at this set piece. The 2 centre-backs are forward, Gabriel Milito and Alvaro. And, oh, that header took the Real Madrid defenders by surprise. And it's gone behind for another corner.
That was a kind of a unique effort on a corner kick here. A very low trajectory on the ball. That one was worked out beforehand.
Here's Cani again. More orthodox approach. Head flicked away by Elguera. Michel Salgado, goal kick.
Watch how low this is hit. Good, powerful downward header away.
Gabriel Milito getting his head to it for Zaragoza. Zapatero trying to impose himself. But the free kick has gone Baptista's way.
He got up on the back of Baptista. Give him a little bit of a dunt.
Victor Munoz, the former Spanish international. And his opposite number, Juan Ramon Lopez Caro, the coach of Real Madrid until the end of the season. And perhaps for longer. Certainly done very little wrong since succeeding Vanderlei Luxemburgo. And Everton's away here. Can he cut it back? He's found Diego Milito. What a start for Zaragoza. Real Madrid caught napping on the left-hand side of their defence. The deadly duo capitalising as they have done so often this season. Everton set it up, and Diego Milito finished with authority. It's 1-0 to Zaragoza inside a quarter of an hour.
This is exactly what I was talking about, how well they combine. Helguera gets taken out of the play, and Everton looks for Milito right just inside of the penalty spot, and he ballooned it up. Look at Everton, he's looking, he's wondering where Milito is, and Milito is left all alone, and what a rocket of a shot up into the old onion bag, and it's exactly what Zaragoza needed.
I suppose the question might be, why was Helguera the man who got pulled out to that left-hand side?
Well, I think his job is to stay with Everton, and when Everton went out to that left-hand side, he went out there because the ball was after being... Roberto Carlos was after being beaten about 20 yards up the field, so there was nobody else left. He had to go out with him, otherwise Everton was going to be out there on his own.
Now at the other end, a bit of confusion in the Zaragoza penalty area. Well, the referee's going to... have a quick look at Robinho.
Oh, the goalkeeper just walked into Robinho.
They're both a bit shaken up, Cesar and Robinho. Here's why.
Well, Robinho gets through here. The two players collide. Robinho's taken out of it. I mean, Robinho was trying to get out of the tackle. The goalkeeper came in under him and just buried him.
Well, there's a bit of concern here. Cesar, the former Real Madrid goalkeeper. This was the build-up to the goal.
There's Helguera getting taken out of it, and then good play by Everton. Gravison tries to take him out of it. Ramos was a little bit slow to get out and pick up Diego Milito, but Milito knows exactly where Everton is going to go. They have such a great understanding. There's Roberto Carlos. That's why Helguera had to go out and take up Everton, because Roberto Carlos was beaten by Ponzio, and he's beaten like 40 yards up the field.
Well, a bad goal for Real Madrid to concede so early in this cup semi-final first leg.
I'm not sure what action the referee's going to take here, if any. He's got to take some kind of action.
And the good news for Zaragoza is that Cesar is back up on his feet. Good news for Real Madrid is that Robinho's back with us. Safety first from Michel Salgado, all the way back to Casillas. Now Sergio Ramos. This is Real Madrid's 16th away match of the season in all competitions. They've won 9 of their away games, drawing 2 and losing 4. Michel Salgado. And it comes off Cani.
Oh, here you see the keeper coming out. The referee's ruling the two players going for the ball. It was just they accidentally ran into one another. I'm not sure I buy that story.
It was all very cumbersome, wasn't it? An opportunity here for David Beckham to haul Real Madrid back into this semi-final. Baptista and Ronaldo jockeying for position. Beckham's appealing that Cani wasn't back the 10 yards. They shuffle it out of the danger area. It's Cani who clears. And Gravison, and handball. One or two issues now for this referee, Alfonso Perez Burul, to deal with.
Certainly he's not back 10 yards. That's encroachment.
He's one of the most experienced referees in Spanish football, this man. He's been refereeing in the top flight since 1997.
He's getting a workout here.
Guti. Gravison. And it's Ramos who knocks it forward. Julio Baptista. But more fluency now from Real Madrid. Roberto Carlos. Beckham's in behind. Zapata. Wasn't the best ball in the world from David Beckham. And now in the counter-attack, it's come here to Canny. Racing into the area, unchallenged. He's cut it back towards Everton. And a bit of a let-off for Real Madrid. And that's going to be a free kick. Diego Milito going to ground, and it's a free kick in a position of some danger to the Real Madrid goal.
Graveson's not having the best of games out there in the first 20 minutes. Should have had this ball away. Diego Milito takes the ball away from him, and then Helguera makes the mistake of pushing him down. That counter-attack looked pretty good for Zaragoza for about 5 seconds, but Real Madrid did a good job of getting back to cover it.
Celades was initially standing over this free kick for Zaragoza. Gabi Milito's involved in the conference too. It's going to be Gabriel Milito. Well, no questions asked of Iker Casillas.
There's Roberto Carlos. That's the ball that released Everton. And there's Helguera losing his footing. And look at Milito. Right on the edge of the 6-yard box. And what a rocket of a shot. Well-worked goal.
But again, Tommy, Real Madrid paying the penalty for the fact that Roberto Carlos was caught so far up the park.
Yeah, and Roberto Carlos is having... he's made 4 or 5 bad mistakes on the defensive end of the field tonight. He's made a couple of errors. One that give up a corner kick, and that one there led directly to a goal. If Real Madrid are going to do anything, and Roberto Carlos has been a great player, I think they need a more defensive-minded left fullback.
Now the quick throw in here, and again the defenders are befuddled. It's going to be a second goal. Diego Milito again. And once more it came from that problem part of the pitch. The Real Madrid left. Quick thinking by Zaragoza. And it's 2-0 to the home side. Both goals coming from their Argentinian striker.
Roberto Carlos is laughing. Watch the quick throw in here. Helguera misses him. Sergio Ramos misses him. I mean, there's all kinds of questions. There's all kinds of responsibilities. Sergio Ramos, a terrible attempt at making a challenge. Look at how quickly the ball is thrown in, and Milito just walked in. This is good play by the striker more than bad play by the defenders. This was just a good striker's goal. He takes on the ball, he holds up the ball well, and he takes his chance very well. But Real Madrid didn't anticipate the quick throw in. Roberto Carlos and Helguera got caught over on that left-hand side again.
Yes, they switched off when the throw-in was taken. And Diego Milito has done it again. Zaragoza 2, Real Madrid 0. Are Zaragoza going to do to the Merengues what they did to Barcelona in the last round and Atletico Madrid in the round before that? They know a thing or two about the Spanish Cup, do Zaragoza. Winners 6 times in all. Most recently in 2004 when they defeated Real Madrid in that thrilling final. These quick counters are very definitely posing problems for Ramos and company at the back. We had Diego Milito to deal with then.
Keep in mind, they allowed Barcelona to get back into the game. They allowed Betis to get back into the game. Real Madrid will be hoping for the same thing today.
Everton's pass. Ponzio has kept it in. Oh, stylish stuff from Ponzio, beating Robinho. And that deflection really could have sent the ball anywhere. They're all at 6s and 7s back there at the moment, the Real Madrid defenders.
Left-hand side of that defence for Real Madrid, the left-hand side of the field has been asleep. Here's Ponzio making a nice move. Takes it away.
So Canny spots the ball. Zaragoza's tails are up here. Headed away by Helguera. Celades. Canny. Decisive header away by Sergio Ramos for Real Madrid. Roberto Carlos. And Zapata came across. That awkward bouncing ball, but finally the flag goes up. A tribune of honour, the two presidents side by side, Alfonso Solans of Zaragoza and Florentino Perez of Real Madrid. Still rueful shakes of the head there from Casillas. Wondering how on earth it's come to be that Real Madrid are 2 down here. This cup semi-final first leg. Now, was Ronaldo chopped down? Apparently not. Zapata. It's given away a bit cheaply, but the end result of that little exchange is a Zaragoza throw. It's not been the happiest start to a match by Ronaldo. He's seen so little of the ball here. Now, is there a way through this time for Robinho? Surely he was pushing off. Referee didn't think so. The two Brazilians together, Robinho and Ronaldo. Now a third Brazilian in Baptista. And he's opting for the laissez-faire approach as much as possible, this referee, Alfonso Perez Burul.
I think he's given a bad message here, this referee. He's got to be very, very careful. Robinho committed at least 2 fouls in the box, and then he was fouled himself. I counted at least 5 fouls on that sequence of play, and the referee saw none of them.
Gabriel Milito's pass. Not presenting any difficulties at the back for Real Madrid. Baptista. Now Michel Salgado. This is Elguera. Baptista once more. No cutting edge from Real Madrid so far. Beckham's pass. Michel Salgado. And Cani was there to defend. Beckham. This is Gravison. Real Madrid showing a bit of patience here. And Ronaldo, once again, the referee shuns the opportunity to give the free kick.
Ronaldo's coming in for a lot of rough treatment there on the edge of the 18-yard box.
Real Madrid without an attempt at goal, without an opportunity to score, the statisticians here tell us. Zaragoza have scored twice. Both goals coming from their impressive Argentinian striker, Diego Milito. Here's Guti for Real Madrid. Ramos. Gravison falls over, and this time it is a Real Madrid free kick.
Salada's here doing the damage. Here's Robinho. Obviously, he was fouled. Ronaldo, maybe not.
So Beckham to take the free kick here. 16.5 minutes to go in the first half. Zaragoza leading Real Madrid by 2-0 in this Copa del Rey semi-final first leg. What a match Beckham had at the weekend against Espanyol. Can he get Real Madrid started here? Well, the idea was good. Baptista was the man trying to fling himself at the ball inside the Zaragoza penalty area.
Driven in by Beckham. Just failed to turn it in on the target.
Well, Real Madrid were certainly warned that this could happen. Juan Ramon Lopez Caro showed all the players video of Zaragoza's 4-2 victory over Barcelona at a session yesterday at the team hotel. There's still plenty of time for Real Madrid to rectify the situation. An away goal can be so valuable in this competition. And a speculative attempt by Akani. Had it come off, we'd have said he was a genius.
And if they keep it at this score, there'd be no different situation than Barcelona, where going home a 2-0 win would give them put it into extra time. But that's a beautiful move. That is great moves by Milito. He had great control on the ball with his right foot, and he just tucked it away with his left foot. I mean, I was talking about the bad defender, but you got to give Milito a lot of credit. He took that goal with a lot of class.
Yes, there was still plenty for him to do, wasn't there? Here's Baptista. Thomas Gravesen into reverse gear to Ramos that time. Now Salgado. Elguera. Zaragoza have been quite content to allow Real Madrid to pass the ball around near the halfway line. Now it's Beckham. Thumped away unceremoniously by Alvaro.
Alvaro didn't have to do that, Derek. Robinho got knocked, but Alvaro didn't have to clear that ball like that, giving up a throw in that situation. Here's Robinho here making a couple of moves. We've seen very little of the youngster out there on the left today.
He's played only in patches so far. And the same can be said of most of the Real Madrid players out there.
Guti has been non-existent in the game. We haven't seen anything from him.
Roberto Carlos. If Real Madrid do go down here by this margin, or by a heavier margin, I dare say quite a bit of the blame is going to be laid at the door of Roberto Carlos. Free kick this time. Robinho was almost pleading for it to be given.
Gabi Milito getting a grip of him. They're all very happy looking yet.
So again, it's David Beckham entrusted with the task of taking this Real Madrid free kick. Baptista and Elguera, two of the obvious targets for Beckham as it curls away in the direction of Elguera. It's gone behind for the corner.
Alvaro putting a head onto it and just knocking it behind.
Real Madrid trying to ratchet things up a notch here. Finally they have a corner. It's taken them almost 33 minutes. Beckham with it. And, oh, the header just wide by Ramos. He's pretty useful at that. Ghosting in at set pieces.
Yeah, he's got good power on his header. He seems to time it very well. He arrives here just the same time as the ball, and he just simply missed the target. Look at that.
Well, a clash of heads, and Real Madrid can't believe it, but Generello is the recipient of the free kick.
Elguera. Ooh, that hurt.
Elguera's arm was raised. It's caught the back of Generello's neck. Now a danger again here. And can they score a third goal? They should have done. Oscar Gonzalez, just a yard or so out. All he had to do surely was make contact. And it comes again here. They cannot stop this Zaragoza side. It's 3-0. Diego Milito again in the right place at the right time. Casillas, no doubt, feeling hung out to dry. It's a hat-trick for Diego Milito, and we haven't even yet reached the 35-minute mark. Real Madrid in disarray. Zaragoza jubilant. It's 3-0 to the home side.
Oh, this ball should have been in the back of the net the first time it came across. It came right across the face of the goal. Gravison stands looking at Diego Milito when the ball comes to him. Watch Gravison looking at him. There's no point in looking at him. Somebody's got to pick him up. Nobody in the blue shirt picked him up. And Milito, what a game he's having. What a good, powerful header. He picked the spot and he put it away.
Well, it was the younger Milito, Gabriel of that ilk, who once caught the eye of Real Madrid. But it's Diego Milito, 1 year older than his brother, who's stealing the headlines against the Merengues. Who would have dared to predict this scoreline before a ball was kicked tonight? Zaragoza are doing to Real Madrid what they did to Barcelona in the last round. And Michel Salgado had a bit of trouble containing Cani, who in turn was hoping he'd get the free kick. It wasn't forthcoming.
Real Madrid are probably hoping at this stage they can do what Barcelona did, score 2 goals, because otherwise it's a very bleak-looking scoreboard right now. Thomas Gravison's having a disaster out there.
Yes, there was a feeling that Gravison might lose out tonight to Pablo Garcia. That the Uruguayan might be preferred to him. But Gravison seems to have the confidence of Juan Ramon Lopez Caro. Free kick here.
Here's the ball driven across. Watch Diego Milito. Look at how wide open he is. Helguera standing a foot off him. Took a deflection on the way in, along the way.
Another set-piece opportunity here for Real Madrid, perhaps for David Beckham. He's chatting it over with Roberto Carlos. Eight minutes to go to half-time. And in it comes from Beckham, and there is the goal they were looking for from Baptista. An away goal for Real Madrid. And it's very much game on. It might seem like a long road back, but away goals can be so precious in two-legged cup ties. It was beautifully disguised by Beckham, and Baptista did the rest.
Oh, a beautiful floated ball in. Never any question about him being offside. Beckham looks like he's going to drill this one. Instead, he just chips it over the defenders. Baptista runs on. We know that Zaragoza do give up goals, can give up goals. This was also very bad defending. You can't afford to fall for that decoy when Beckham pretended he was going to drill it. You got to be back there guarding.
I'll tell you what, from the neutral point of view, it's been marvellously entertaining so far here at La Romareda. We've only been going for 38 minutes.
Well, if you like defending, there's been none in this game, that's for sure, on either sides when you look at it, really. Beckham just floats it in, look at that. Baptista runs onto it, and Alvaro is much too late picking him up.
But you really must hand it to Beckham, because I think the Zaragoza defenders were caught in two minds. On the one hand, they weren't sure if they were going to face a fearsome shot from Roberto Carlos or something akin to what Beckham finally came up with.
Yeah, and you also have to feel sorry for them too, because, you know, Beckham could stick it in the back of the net from out there as well. He has that ability.
Real Madrid imbued with a bit more confidence now, thanks to that goal by Julio Baptista. But still, they've looked vulnerable in this first half. There's no getting away from that, and it's Cani. And Diego Milito was attempting to run onto it. Guti. Two captains together, Guti and Cani. Here's Beckham. Zapatero patrolling that area of the park where Beckham was. Roberto Carlos. Robinho. Free kick. Ponzio, the offender. Here's Guti. Ronaldo's little flick, and Baptista trying to return the favour to his fellow countrymen.
Came within about a half a step of working.
The fans very heavily involved in this first leg. Cheering Zaragoza on, pass for pass, tackle for tackle. And Paco Pavón, player who we haven't seen too much of in the calendar year of 2006 so far, is warming up. Diego Milito. He's got Everton to his right. And here's another chance. It's Oscar Gonzalez and Casillas. Oh, he's denied Oscar from point-blank range. And will that miss in time come back to haunt Zaragoza? What a gilt-edged chance it was.
Oh, what a beautiful opportunity. So well set up, and then to see it squandered, or if you want to look at it from the goalkeeper's point of view, a good save. He should never have been allowed to save it.
Alvaro did well. Now Everton trying to fire it back in. It's stabbed away by Helguera. Now Alvaro has to go all the way back, the big Brazilian defender. Here's Robinho.
Helguera's having a terrible, terrible time out there as well. Casillas must feel like he doesn't have a friend in the world. I would say either Helguera, sorry Derek, I would say either Helguera or Gravison is gone at this stage. He's going to change them.
Guti now. Gabriel Milito was there. And no free kick. I wonder if the referee missed that. Baptista goes down.
He missed that one too.
I said play on once more. I suppose in defence of Alfonso Perez Burul, he's been somewhat consistent. He's been fairly lenient. And here is the substitution now with 3 minutes to go to half-time. It's the end of the night for Ivan Helguera. And on in his place has come Paco Pavón.
Not good news for Real Madrid, although Helguera was playing very poorly. I have to feel that there was something wrong with him. Well, maybe he was just having a bad night, because he was responsible again for Oscar getting so wide open. And look at Casillas, he comes, he just puts that left hand onto it and knocked the ball away. Brilliant save by Casillas.
Everton just nicked away as Guti followed him.
I have to feel that Helguera was injured the way he was reacting.
I was going to say, when we saw that replay there, Tommy, it seemed to me that as it was building up promisingly for Zaragoza, Helguera pulled up. And perhaps that was the problem. And immediate action taken by Juan Ramon Lopez Caro. Here's Guti for Real Madrid with just over 2 minutes to go to half-time. Hope you're enjoying this cup tie fare that we're serving up for you on ESPN, wherever you're watching around the world. Gabriel Milito just followed through on Robinho. And it's a free kick, but Robinho wants it more than that. And he's getting it. It's a yellow card for Gabriel Milito. It's the first time the referee has reached for his pocket tonight.
Coming across, he just snaps Baptista out of it.
So Robinho going to ground, and that's the 4th time he's been fouled tonight. As Beckham positions the ball again. His free kick led to the away goal, scored by Baptista. It's Beckham and Roberto Carlos together. Now, is the Brazilian going to fancy this one? Is he going to test Cesar, a former Real Madrid goalkeeper? No, it's going to be David Beckham. Into that 3-man wall. Ronaldo's lurking. But Cesar had the measure of it. Here's Guti. Thomas Gravison. It's not really his forte, long-range passing like that.
Going to be another change made? Maybe we're just going to get the added time.
Zapater's throw. Started on by Michel Salgado. And a free kick here in Real Madrid's favour. I must say, when Zaragoza play this way, and they very often do, they're extremely eye-catching. Just the 1 minute to be added on to the 45. Back in with the free kick. Now, are they going to get caught out again here, Real Madrid? And Gravison has custody of the ball. Ponzio's downward header. Scratching and clawing was Ramos.
Well, Ramos gone in here on Ponzio, went in very high on him, and then he kicked him a couple of times and got away with it. Sorry, that's Generello. But he kicked him twice.
The first half comes to an end here at La Romareda, and what a shock to the Real Madrid system. That man, Diego Milito, putting 3 goals past Iker Casillas. Dreadful defending for the most part from Real Madrid, but they are back in this contest thanks to Julio Baptista's header following a David Beckham free kick at 3-1. With the away goal, there's still very much a chance for the Merengues. Half-time score here at La Romareda reads Zaragoza 3, Real Madrid 1.
Give up one.
The first half wasn't in keeping with what Real Madrid have been doing in recent weeks. 7 victories on the trot. Is that run going to come to an end? Are they going to suffer their first defeat in any competition of 2006? And I dare say at this stage they wouldn't worry all that much, just so long as the situation can be overturned at the Bernabeu next week. And that game is scheduled for Tuesday night, by the way. You'll see it here on ESPN. It's Zaragoza in the white shirts and the blue shorts attacking the goal to our right in the second half. They went about their task with much gusto in the first 45 minutes. Cani, low shot, but easy meat for Iker Casillas. And he has an eye for goal, Cani. Superb technician. Robinho. Baptista. Now Beckham, he's got Salgado supporting. Beckham trying to feed it in. Baptista had gone running into the Zaragoza penalty area, but the trajectory wasn't quite right for him.
Yeah, he was probably better off had he let the ball go through, because Roberto Carlos looked like he was probably in a better situation. And that, of course, is one of the problems, is that Roberto Carlos does find himself in that box, in the opposite box too often, for my liking.
Hello to you, wherever you're watching around the world. That's whatever time of day or night. Rip-roaring cup tie so far. Ponzio, who just the other day extended his contract with Zaragoza by 4 years. Argentinian fullback who holds an Italian passport. Such a valuable commodity for these South American players performing in Europe. Beckham. Here's Roberto Carlos. Seen quite a few confrontations involving Ponzio and Robinho tonight.
All in all, he's done a good job of keeping Robinho quiet.
If you have joined us late, Real Madrid did make a substitution shortly before half-time, with Pavon coming on for Elguera, who looked out of sorts and we suspect picked up an injury. Now Guti. Robinho. And Ponzio was there again to thwart him, but it's come to Roberto Carlos. No real guile that time.
Much too straight. He hit it right down the keeper's throat.
Cesar, who you remember played for Real Madrid in the 2002 Champions League final. He got injured in that match and Casillas came on and he was the hero towards the end of the game. They're good friends, needless to say. Michel Salgado. This is Pavon. The oft error-prone central defender. Beckham just showing too much of the ball. Diego Milito and this man Everton have such a fine understanding. Everton. And it was decent defending by Pavon.
Yeah, basically Pavon just stood his ground, not one of Everton's best efforts.
Pacing around there, Juan Ramon Lopez Caro, man who never played professional football himself. Only made his name as the coach of Real Madrid's B team and got the call when Real Madrid parted company with Vanderlei Luxemburgo just before Christmas. Roberto Carlos. It's a bit of an optimistic ball, but the whistle's gone and Baptista's won himself a free kick. It's a decision against Gabriel Milito.
Gabby Milito has gotten away with a lot of that tonight, I felt, and this time the referee does pull him maybe for one of the softest fouls that he has committed. He just barely touched Baptista on the back of the neck.
Real Madrid's solitary goal so far came from a free kick which was floated in by this man, David Beckham. He found the head of Baptista perfectly. Beckham and Roberto Carlos once more in tandem here. Well, the whistle just halting Roberto Carlos in his tracks. Is the Brazilian going to give it a rip? Timing is everything. Roberto Carlos. Well, the deflection, making sure that it didn't hit the target at least.
Oh, this one well hit, but the defender makes a bit of a mistake there. Milito could have turned that into his own net very easily once you turn your back like that, Derek. He's not actually a defender, he's a striker, but he was defending.
Beckham to take the corner for Real Madrid, and Cesar commits himself. Antonio Cassano and Zinedine Zidane have started to warm up now for Real Madrid. And this is better from the visitors. It's Robinho. Ramos in the advanced position, having gone forward for the corner. Robinho. David Beckham with his weaker foot. A little flash point, and oh, there's going to be trouble here. Ramos and Alvaro together, and Ramos at the end lashing out at Alvaro. The Zaragoza players making the referee aware of that, but he has been lenient tonight. This referee, Alfonso Perez Burul from Santander. What's he going to do now?
He's got to take some action against Ramos. Ramos was definitely guilty of an elbow. I saw it myself. The referee's going to let it go. Alvaro's saying, yes, he hit me.
Well, it's in keeping, isn't it, with the way this man has taken charge of the game.
He has to do something, but he has to do something.
Well, Alvaro can't quite believe it. Ramos and Alvaro coming together, and it's a yellow for one, a yellow for the other, and He's incandescent with rage, Alvaro.
Well, you're going to see what happens here. Ramos kind of loses the ball. He's not sure where it is. It eventually comes back to it. Now, it's when he gets up. You may just catch it on the top of your picture if you're watching. There it is, right there. He puts the elbow up into Alvaro's throat. Alvaro went down a little bit like a lot of players do nowadays, like Robin did against last week for Chelsea. But I don't think Alvaro should have got a yellow card there.
It's a bit unlucky, perhaps. And now the referee has another situation to deal with. And it's Ramos again who's involved as he moves away from the scene of the crime. Diego Milito on the wrong end of that. He's a lucky lad, is Sergio Ramos, I tell you what.
Now, I think he goes to win the ball, and Diego Milito, he just climbs up on his back. Diego Milito goes down and Ramos falls on him.
Well, just one bad foul away from being given his marching orders tonight, Ramos. 9 minutes into the second half. Gabriel Milito. In comes the free kick, and never really on the target. And they're disputing every decision that goes against Zaragoza, the fans here at La Romareda.
Referee saying it's a throw to Zaragoza.
Well, they were certainly doing their best to make the officials change their minds and give the decision Zaragoza's way. Now this is Robinho. And free kick goes to the home side, despite the protestations of Robinho.
Robinho's been using his hands a lot tonight every time he goes for the ball. That was clearly a throw for Zaragoza.
Diego Milito. And comes off Pavon. It's a corner kick here to Zaragoza. Victor Munoz, the former Barcelona player. Also, of course, performed for this club, for Zaragoza. Cani's corner, and it's a free header, and it's a fourth goal. All 4 goals scored by Diego Milito, who's having the night of his life. It's unbelievable stuff. Comic book defending. Casillas decidedly unamused. It's Zaragoza 4, Real Madrid 1.
Once again, terrible defending. Watch Milito, rises to it in the middle of the box. Pavon is there, but he offers very, very little resistance. And Milito just knocks the ball down. Keeper has no chance. Where was the man on the post? Normally you see a man on the post in situations like that for corner kicks. Real Madrid didn't have anybody on the post that time, and Milito is just having a field day.
In case you don't speak Spanish, the caption there telling you that Milito's had 4 attempts at goal, and he's scored 4 goals. It's not bad, is it?
It's pretty good.
And here they come again. There's another hole in the Real Madrid defence, and it's filled by Iker Casillas. As Diego Milito went racing towards him. Zaragoza leading a shell-shocked Real Madrid side by 4 goals to 1 in this Copa del Rey semi-final first leg. And this is not a makeshift Real Madrid side by any stretch of the imagination. Juan Ramon Lopez Caro rested a couple of players in the league match at the weekend with this cup game in mind.
I think he shouldn't have rested them, or else he should have just put the players out there that was playing at the weekend. Woodgate certainly didn't do anything wrong. I think Woodgate's influence might be a big help in there tonight. I can't understand how he didn't even have him on the bench. And Cezinho, the same thing must be said about him. I thought Cezinho had a brilliant game over the weekend. He's not even on the bench.
4 of the 7 opportunities created by Zaragoza tonight have been converted. Once again, it was Diego Milito trying to take on Sergio Ramos. Well, they have been banging in the goals of late to Zaragoza. They've scored 4 goals in 2 of the previous 4 matches. It's a question now of keeping the door closed at the other end, because a second Real Madrid away goal would still give them plenty of hope. Looking forward to the return match at the Bernabeu. Roberto Carlos. Robinho with him. Now Baptista trying to use his strength, and a shout for a penalty. Well, Baptista wanted it, but the referee was unimpressed.
Well, he certainly was pulled down of the box. He got himself into a good position and forced the defender into a mistake, but the referee let the defender away with it.
Now it's Zaragoza through. Can he? And at the pace of Everton coming to the fore. It's a 5th goal. Everton scores his 6th goal of the Copa del Rey this season. Real Madrid heads are down. They haven't seen anything like this here at La Romareda in donkey's years. The unbelievable scoreline reads Real Zaragoza 5, Real Madrid 1.
This is the counter-attack working perfectly. The ball was given away, and when you give it away, Pavón give the ball away. It was picked up in the middle, and Everton using that great pace of his. The ball just pushed into his path by Kenny. Everton floats through, and with a beautiful bulge in the old onion bag. I mean, Cesar is just ecstatic over it.
Grim-faced Juan Ramon Lopez Caro looks on. Well, Real Madrid need a goal now. There's no getting away from that. And can they score here through Ronaldo? He wasn't able to foil his old teammate, Cesar.
Ronaldo is just not himself. I mean, these are gilt-edge opportunities that he probably should be putting away. He gets inside. Sanchez comes out, doesn't get the touch on the ball to put it over him.
Atletico Madrid were dispatched at the round of 16 stage by Zaragoza. In the last stage, it was Barcelona's turn to come a cropper. Losing 4-2 here, unable to pull back the deficit at home, and now they're leading Real Madrid 5-1. And are they finished there? That shot comes in from the irrepressible Diego Milito. They're very good at picking their spots, Zaragoza, aren't they? Striking while the iron's hot. Michel Salgado over on the far side. It will be a Zaragoza ball. And where is Florentino Perez? There he is.
He wants to hide somewhere.
We thought Real Madrid might just have turned the corner. Good performances like this one behind them, left them in the past. This is not what they were hoping for, with Arsenal on the horizon, the Champions League opponents, in just under a fortnight. That game at the Bernabeu, sorry Tommy, that first leg at the Bernabeu is a sellout, I can tell you.
But you know, there's an old saying in football, you know, if you pick a winning side, you don't change it too much. I mean, the Real Madrid side that had been winning up until now, this is, you know, the team that's out there tonight doesn't look like the team that was winning.
Roberto Carlos. Real Madrid forced now to do everything at pace. These little flicks can be lethal by Zaragoza. Oscar Gonzalez combining with Everton then. Now it's Zapata. Everton, the top scorer in the Copa del Rey. He's taken his haul to 6. And again, the defence posted missing. Diego Milito has failed to make the desired connection after Oscar Gonzalez. Guti. Robinho. David Beckham. That firm barrier in place just in front of the back four. And they turn defence into attack again here. It's just a bit too strong for Everton. And Antonio Cassano, a spectator so far, he's surely going to have some role in this first leg before the night's over, Tommy.
He looks a little bemused too, doesn't he?
Well, a play on, said the referee. And here's another ambitious attempt that doesn't miss by all that much. Well, he has tremendous vision, doesn't he, Canny? That's not the first time he's tried that this evening. And a substitution now by Juan Ramon Lopez Caro, and it sees Zinedine Zidane, who's been in a rich vein of form, come on for the more defensive-minded Thomas Gravesen.
I'm not sure how he looked at Gravesen for 65 minutes because Gravesen had a disaster. I'm not sure that Zidane's going to do any defending, but right now Real Madrid needs scores.
Strolled through the game at the weekend against Espanyol, Zinedine Zidane. This has been anything but a stroll for Real Madrid. Guti. Zidane. And it's over the top for Everton to chase. Casillas once again is forced to use his head, literally. This is Zidane. Zaragoza can afford to be a bit more cautious now and dropping men back at every opportunity. You just don't want to make the mistake of defending too deep inside your own half. Instructions coming from Victor Munoz. This was Canny earlier on.
He really chased Casillas back into that net. Casillas might have been in trouble had that ball dropped about a foot earlier.
Antonio Cassano is going to come on now for Real Madrid. And it's going to mean that it's the end for Baptista. Scored the Real Madrid goal. 7 minutes from half-time. Antonio Cassano, who of course found the back of the net in his cup debut. It was actually his very first match for Real Madrid against Betis a few weeks ago. He's been working his way back to full match fitness, Cassano, since making the move from AS Roma. And that's it for Real Madrid now. They've made the 3 substitutions. And if you have just joined us, your eyes aren't deceiving you. That scoreline does read Zaragoza 5, Real Madrid 1. 4 of the 5 goals for the home side coming from Diego Milito. The 5th from Everton. And you get the feeling that Zaragoza could easily add to the total. Oscar Gonzalez just outside the area. And the shot comes in here. Diego Milito was lurking at a slightly deeper position. Cassano. At 5-1, it's awfully difficult to see Real Madrid coming back, but 5-2 would change the equation considerably.
The problem for Real Madrid out there is they have nobody to defend. I mean, it was bad enough the defending before.
Now Beckham, that's sturdy defending back there by Gabi Milito. A slight delay here as the ball is eventually returned. Robinho doing his best to keep hold of the ball. Sergio Ramos. Cani was there to snuff out the danger. Very much a counter-attacking team, Zaragoza. They can make that work for them at home as well as on their travels. Bit of grappling there between Diego Milito and Ramos. It's been resolved in favour of Sergio Ramos. Cassano. Wanted to get the return feed from Robinho. Couldn't quite get on the end of it. Now Diego Milito at Everton. And they time this to perfection once again, Everton. It's a bit like deja vu every time, isn't it? You think to yourself, my goodness, I've seen that before somewhere, and it was probably just about 10 or 15 minutes ago in this very match.
Yeah, he has the capabilities of just beating you with that raw speed of his.
But they do have an intuitive understanding, it seems, Diego Milito and Everton, the Argentinian and the Brazilian for Zaragoza.
Yeah, they work very well off one another, and we saw great examples of it today.
Now Zidane for Real Madrid. Good low shot. Ably dealt with by Cesar. I'm sure he had to do that quite a bit in training during his Real Madrid days. Push away shots from the great Frenchman. Over comes the corner. And it'll be as you were. Over it comes from Zidane. Plenty of communication within the Zaragoza camp out there on the park. Defending that corner now, Oscar Gonzalez. Guti was there to cut it out for Real Madrid. 19 minutes to go in this Copa del Rey semi-final first leg. Zaragoza leading Real Madrid by a whopping 5-1 margin. Well, there's trouble here for Guti. The yellow card is flashed by referee Alfonso Perez Burul. Diego Milito back up on his feet now.
Well, Guti coming in very, very late, just smacked them.
He must be as pleased as punch, Victor Munoz. He's not the most demonstrative coach in Spanish football. And they're by no means resting on their laurels. Cani and Casillas. Another player down here. And it was Celades.
Well, Zidane comes in behind him, and just when he was off the ground, he gave him a little bit of a shot.
Albert Celades, who was let go by Real Madrid, given a free transfer end of last season. Started his career with Barcelona, of course. Not since the 4th of May 2003 have Real Madrid conceded 5 goals in one match. That was when they lost 5-1 to Mallorca at the Bernabeu. (5-1) the margin here, and a little bit of a lapse in concentration by Robinho.
Hasn't been a great performance by Robinho. He has failed to put any pressure on the defenders tonight. You give the ball away like that across the face of your goal. Everton coming straight in, and he just beat Casillas to it. He put the toe onto it and smacked it.
Joy for all concerned here at La Romareda. All the talk before the match in the papers here was that Robinho was going to do his level best to match his fellow Brazilian Everton in terms of goals scored in the Copa del Rey. He started the night 2 behind his compatriot. But Robinho has had relatively few look-ins going forward. And it's a night the Zaragoza players won't forget in a hurry. Ronaldo, little trip came in, and it is a free kick. Ronaldo far from happy with what was being dished out.
Well, he just basically gets kicked here by the defender. That should have been a yellow card.
He's booked to 4 players tonight. Alfonso Perez Burul, 2 from either side. Inside the final quarter of an hour. Is it going to be Beckham? It is. David Beckham against the wall. It's Guti who played it in with his left foot. A very resilient side, Zaragoza, and they can break astonishingly quickly. Here's the fastest man on the park. Everton. Does he have the angle here? He's cut it back, and it's away by Real Madrid in the nick of time. Good heavens. Oscar Gonzalez was hoping he might be the man to apply the finishing touch after that splendid piece of play, dazzling piece of play by Everton.
Everton's got so much speed, but he's got the skill to go with it. When he carries the ball at you, there's no answer to him the way he's played.
First made his name here in European football in the Bundesliga with Borussia Dortmund. Scored 47 goals in 4 seasons in the Ruhr region. And it's Generello who's gone to ground this time, and a free kick to Zaragoza.
Here you see him coming. He's going to push the ball out wide, and he's just he keeps going. He keeps the defender going the wrong way. When the ball comes back across the middle, Roberto Carlos clears it out of there. It could have been number 6 so easily.
Ponzio for Zaragoza. Generello, a link man in midfield. Ponzio unable to catch out Casillas. Zinedine Zidane and company desperately trying to make something positive happen here for Real Madrid. You might look at the scoreline and think to yourself, well, surely it's a forlorn dream now, the Copa del Rey, but you never know. And 5-2 would give them a chance. With a 5-2 defeat here, they could overturn things by winning 3-0 at the Bernabeu and qualifying for the final on away goals.
They called it, what, Copa del Rey, Operation Copa del Rey or something like that?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, nightmare Copa del Rey.
Real Madrid's best chance of lifting silverware this current season. Well, the chance hasn't yet gone begging. It's a big ask for them here. No free kick forthcoming. The appeal there from Ronaldo, but it's Alvaro who's taken the ball out of the central defensive area. Everton so difficult for Pavon and the Real Madrid defenders to handle. And of course the Copa del Rey is extremely important to Real Zaragoza, because victory in this competition carries with it automatic qualification for the UEFA Cup next season. That's not the reason why Real Madrid have designs on lifting the trophy. Nothing sustained here from Real Madrid. They've played only in flashes. It's Celades again. That quick forward ball, Everton. Zidane couldn't get his foot on the ball for Real Madrid. Roberto Carlos. The width here provided by Robinho, but it was a very clumsy touch. They've got away with it. Cassano, Robinho, and Alvaro watched, and well, he thought it was going behind for the goal kick, but it is a corner.
Robinho played that well. I thought it was a goal kick as well.
But it comes for Real Madrid in the change strips here. 10 minutes to go. More frantic instructions from Victor Munoz. That's a little montage of them. Well, it's back down to earth with a bump for Real Madrid here in the Copa del Rey after all the fine displays they've been putting in since the turn of the calendar year. Cassano. More staunch rearguard action from Zaragoza. Pass by Ronaldo, going in the wrong direction.
Ronaldo looks lost out there. He really looks lost.
And you might say he's not the only Real Madrid player either.
The coach wishes he could get lost, but he's got to stand and face the music. He's heard all the good things in the last couple of months. Now he's up against it.
At 5-1 down, it may seem like a silly question, but do they have a chance going into the second leg?
You always have a chance when you're going to play at home, and I mean, you have a chance of at least tying it up. But it's a you'd get very, very long odds on it. Believe me, if they get another goal here in the last 10 minutes, it'd be a different story altogether. But 4 goals to make up, that's a huge, huge deficit.
He's very well liked, is Cani, here in Zaragoza. The local boy and the captain of the side, he makes way now with 8 minutes to go for the former Barcelona striker Sergio Garcia, who scored a wonderful goal in the 4-3 victory over Betis at the weekend. £1 million signing from Barcelona. Now the shot's on here, and a corker of another goal by Everton for Zaragoza. It's number 6. And a goal to take your breath away. The post-mortem after this is going to make for very interesting reading. Real Madrid, let's make no bones about it, have been ripped to shreds. And Everton celebrates his second goal and Zaragoza's 6th.
There's just, you don't have to say anything. The Real Madrid players' reaction is what tells it all. Everton just pulls on this one from about 5 yards outside of the box. He hits it. It's a lash of a shot right up into the corner of the net. There's no defending, no goalkeeping, nothing could be said about that one. That is just a brilliant goal by Everton.
Real Madrid tonight have truly plumbed the depths of despair.
Now, I don't think there's any way back now, to answer your question.
Well, they would need 5-0 in terms of the margin of victory at the Bernabeu. Well, he's going to hear it from journalists, from fans, perhaps even from President Florentino Perez himself after this. Things were going so swimmingly for Real Madrid under Juan Ramon López Caro. 9 matches without defeat in all competitions in 2006. 7 wins on the trot. That fine run is going to come to an end. And it's been brought to an end by a very eager, up-tempo Zaragoza side. Look at this from Everton.
There's just no way to stop that. And I mean, you have to ask the question, you know, did the manager do a little bit of over-managing in this situation? I mean, if you look at the back line that he had out there on the weekend, it was Cecilio, Woodgate, Mejia and Roberto Carlos. There's only one of them out there tonight, and probably the weakest of all the defenders is out there. There's a new man who's brought in. You're taking a chance bringing him back, and you took in Helguera to start it off, and he ended up getting injured, which is something you can't guard against. Roberto Carlos had a terrible, terrible night. Gravison had a terrible night.
All the noise coming from the Zaragoza supporters. Zelades with the free kick, and it's off the post. It could have been 7, it very nearly was. Well, back into the clutches of Casillas. They can't believe that didn't go in.
And the second attempt was nearly an own goal. And trying to clear it out, they almost banged it into their own net. What is going on out there? This is just absolutely incredible.
I think it was Ramos, wasn't it, who directed it back towards Casillas, who fortunately was in the right position to field it. But, my goodness. Well, it's bordered on the embarrassing, this, from the Real Madrid point of view. Everton again. Ponzio, the right back, making the journey forward. And a substitution is in the offing here by Victor Munoz. It'll be Aranzábal to come on. A vastly experienced left back. 11 opportunities tonight for Zaragoza. As far as the statisticians are concerned, just 4 for Real Madrid. It'll shuffle by Robinho. David Beckham. It's away by Alvaro. Almost back there to Casillas. Watch this again, and it was Ramos there.
Look at that. I mean, that's just adding insult to injury, isn't it? I mean, it's bad enough that Zaragoza are taking pot shots at you, but when your own defenders start taking pot shots at you, you have to feel really left down.
Poor old Iker Casillas. It's not as though you can really lay the blame at his door for any of the 6 goals. And you look back at the most recent goals scored by Everton, and you wonder to yourself, how on earth was it that he was able to play what was akin to keeping uppy with the ball while Ramos watched and reacted far too late. And that's Zelades, who's down, not for the first time this evening. He's going to require a bit of treatment.
David Beckham just pulling on the ball, pulling on the man.
Once again, things threatened to get out of hand just for a second, but order appears to have been restored.
I think the president's gone, is he? Looked like he ducked out of that shot.
Well, they've got Movia ready here to replace Salades. Movia, who's celebrating his 28th birthday. And I think those celebrations might be even more raucous than they would have been in the first place after this margin of victory for Zaragoza.
Oh, this is just absolutely... You just would never believe that this could happen.
Especially given how well Real Madrid have been playing. Roberto Carlos. He's more decisive. Can Real Madrid nick a late goal here? Reduce the arrears going into the second leg. It's a free kick in favour of Michel Salgado. So Movia for Salades, the Zaragoza substitution. So Cesar knows the job hasn't been finished yet. Here's Salades. In a very unselfish way, he's had a big influence on this first leg. And the Real Madrid old boy has come back to haunt the merengues. Meanwhile, it's Movia, the former Atletico Madrid player, who comes on. We're inside stoppage time. We're going to have exactly 3 minutes.
I think one of the problems with Salades is you don't notice a lot of the work that he does, but he does a lot of the heavy digging in midfield.
Now it's Beckham with the free kick, and not for the first time. It's straight into that Zaragoza wall. Quick ball forward for Everton. To see us swiftly out. Forward by Guti. Now it bounced off for Cassano. Movia. And Anfabal still there by the touchline. He's been hoping to come on for the last few minutes. Oscar Gonzalez went to ground, no free kick. Now can Real Madrid take advantage here? It was Zidane chiseling away at the Zaragoza defence, away by Leo Ponzio. Guti. And the dying embers of this first leg now. David Beckham with that pot shot. Oh, it's deceived the goalkeeper. I thought for a second it was going to cost Zaragoza. It was a difficult one for Cesar Sanchez to read and field.
Yeah, it was coming down on him, was twisting, and he was very lucky. He was very lucky to get away with that one. That would have made a huge difference in the scoreline.
And Anfabal still at the ready. Not quite sure what the sense of making a substitution now would be. As we're 2 minutes into added time at La Romareda. Alvaro takes charge at the back. Movia now. It's the time for one last Zaragoza surge forward. They're already leading 6-1. Do they have a 7th goal in the future? Oscar Gonzalez again had joined the attackers as he does. Roberto Carlos. Real Madrid might want to rename the stadium La Romareda, the House of Horrors, after what we've witnessed tonight. It has been a horror show by a Real Madrid side who, until this match, had been playing so well in 2006. their confidence will have taken an extreme battering, because they, Real Madrid, have found themselves on the wrong end of a 6-1 Copa del Rey thrashing. All the plaudits tonight need go to Real Zaragoza. They've outplayed and outthought Real Madrid in every single facet of the match. 4 goals by Diego Milito, the Argentinian. A pair of goals by Everton, the Brazilian. Just that solitary strike by Baptista for Real Madrid. And surely the Merengues' Copa del Rey dream is over for this year. Tommy Smith.
No question about it. I don't think that they can make up that kind of a deficit. I mean, just unbelievable. A great display. Not a very good display by Real Madrid.
Everton getting on target twice in the second half. What a night for Zaragoza. 6-1 the full-time score. We'll take a short break and then come right back. Look at the final facts and figures. 4 bookings were handed out in all. Alvaro and Gabriel Milito of Zaragoza, Ramos and Guti of Real Madrid. If you have a view, we'd like to know what you thought about tonight's events. ESPN Soccernet.com is the website, and as always, look for the Press Pass link. We'll be discussing this match at length on our weekend programme. I hope you'll join us. What a performance by Real Zaragoza. They beat Barcelona in the last round. Now they're on their way to eliminating Real Madrid. The margin of victory in this first leg here at La Romareda, 6-1. And Real Madrid, it goes without saying, have it all to do. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For all your football news, as always, log on to that aforementioned website, ESPNSoccernet.com. From Tommy Smith and from me, Derek Ray, it's good night from Zaragoza.